All right, we have the motorized pan tilt system here that goes on top of the Legacy Basic. Putting the batteries in. On the back there is a panel. I'm going to pull that down, open that up. It's important to put the new batteries in here. We do not recommend putting recharged batteries. And putting them in, obviously making sure inside you're looking at putting them in the correct way. It is possible if you put them in the wrong way, you could still see a light on this side, but we got to make sure we put them in the right direction so that we get full power in the system. All right, the first thing on the motorized pan tilt system, the camera is going to sit on the top, and there's going to be one of the little knobs is going to be in the front of the camera. And then this big, large, black knob will help tighten the camera down. On the Legacy end zone system, there'll be a clamp towards the top. Loosen both wing nuts evenly to free that up so it slides up and down. On the other side is going to be a female screw hole there, and you'll put the male end of this rod that comes in the bag, and that will screw in to hold your monitor. So the monitor could be straight on, it could be to your right, it could be to your left. That's going to be your preference. I like having mine on the right side of myself, so I'm going to have the bracket like this and tighten down again evenly, one side rotation at a time to evenly pinch that bracket together. Now that it's stationary, then I'm going to take that little rod, screw this onto the end. And then I can adjust my monitor holder like that. The monitor will have the 1/4-20 female end on the bottom here. And I'll just take this and screw it on. The bottom, and then tighten it down as I need it. On a Sony camera over here on the side. So I'll obviously have the camera on. I'll attach this in here. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. I've seen some guys just let it dangle like that. I've seen some guys stick it in the handle here, kind of like that. Or you might look at getting like a zip tie or one of the bongo ties that's included and attach it to this mount up here in that sort of fashion. So kind of a couple different ways you can handle that. And this is what's going to help that battery or this camera stay going on the whole game. This is behind the viewfinder, and there's a little flap on the Sony camera that'll come down. There's going to be this little red egg-shaped piece that comes with it, and then on the remote wire harness, there's going to be the carabiner clip that's going to clip on there. And that's going to support the cable harness so that the weight is on this and not on the cables. From there, that allows you to take the multi-port, which is on the side of the handle on a Sony. You lift that little flap up, and then you're just going to insert this multi-port. Make sure it's snug in there. It's not you won't hear a click, but you'll feel it go in all the way. So that's something to always check, is did I push that in all the way? When you remove these, be very careful. We don't want to bend this tip at all. We want to try to keep that as straight as possible. So again, just nice and easy, straight into the multi-port, and again, make sure you'll feel it kind of clip in there, kind of snug in there. On the other side is the HDMI, the mini HDMI port. This is behind the viewfinder, and there's a little flap on the Sony camera that'll come down. And then this will go in there and fit in there pretty snug. Again, we got to be careful that we're not wiggling it around. So, as you can see from right here, the cable harness, the weight is supported by this carabiner clip. So these wires are freely hanging here with not a lot of weight on them to keep those tips nice and steady. So this is on the motorized pan tilt. There will also be another cord that will come into the motorized pan tilt right here on this end.